Hey everyone, it's Jordan Cron here from Meaningful Marketing, and this video will walk you through what your dashboard will look like. So upon signing up through PayPal, you'll be taken back to a page on our website. You'll be asked to fill in your information for the search terms, for the search ranking report, as well as your business information so we can track down your current citations, and as well as get your reviews pulled in along with your Google My Business page details. So once you fill that out, we'll put everything into your dashboard, and when it's completed and all the reports have run for the first time, we will email you with a link. And once you click on that link, you'll be taken to a dashboard that looks exactly like this, minus the business information and the logo. So we'll be able to add in your logo, and then we'll have it in your business information as well below that. And the link to your dashboard will always be the same, so hang on to that link, bookmark it, because it won't change. So anytime you're going in to look at your reports on a weekly basis, you'll be able to just click on the link and your reports will update. So for the purpose of this demonstration and our dashboard, our reports have been running monthly and weekly, but for you, just remember that your reports will be run once a week, and in the email we send you, we'll tell you what day of the week it is, so you'll be able to go in and see what's going on. So to get started, you'll see at the bottom 4 boxes or icons, one for rankings, another one for citation tracking, another for reviews and ratings, and a last one for Google My Business. I'll walk you through each one of these reports to show you exactly what the dashboard looks like and how to understand your reports. So the first one is the rankings. So this is the organic rankings within the search engine. So the first thing we are going to see once we click on our rankings is generated. So that is the date the report was last generated. So again, you'll have yours being generated once a week, but for us, we've just got a date of September 12th. So you'll be able to see again what the date the report was last generated. Now the first thing you will notice is that we have 3 tabs here, one rankings, another for tracker chart, and another for aggregate tracker chart. The rankings will be the automatic default, and what you're going to see is a nice little bar line chart here, bar or line chart that shows you exactly the accumulation of all the search terms and all the search rankings and where you are ranking on specific dates. So if you wanted to, you could change your time period to 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, or all time. So for the purpose of this report, I'm going to go 1 year. And this will show obviously more spaced out lines, but you get the idea that the darker green is better than the lighter green. So on June 17th, this was probably one of the peak for our reports as opposed to October 16th. Now for this report, we've changed and minused or subtracted a few search terms, so things have gone up and down a little bit more than we have wanted to, but we've been trying some things with our homepage to target some different search terms. If you wanted to see just what you were looking at in terms of your rankings for specific search engines, you could just click off any of the search engines you didn't want to see. So this will show us what our rankings look like exactly on Google as of September 12th. So the colors are, if you were ranking in #1 position, you'll get dark green. A little bit lighter, more foresty green will be 2 to 5, and then a really light green, position 6 to 10 in the search results. 11 to 20 in the search results, 21 to 50 in the search results, and then 51 plus. So for the sake of the organic search rankings, if you are ranking in the 51st and beyond search position, the search engine report will not generate exactly what number you're in. It will just say you are 51 or plus. So it only takes into account the first 5 pages. So going and scrolling down below this line chart is where we get to see exactly what is going on with specific search terms and how they look in a comparative date. So this little pull down chart here, pull down bar, will show us where we're ranking for specific search terms in a specific time period. So we could select June 12th to August 12th, and we can hit update, and what we'll see is our rankings. So in the time period of that, June 12th to August 12th, we've had within Google 1 search term go up, 9 go down, 8 stay put, and no new ones come in. And we can see what we look like within Yahoo, Bing, and Google Mobile. This just shows what all the search engines and the results have looked like in that time period. Now obviously if you want to change things, you can obviously change them as you wish, just to get an idea again of how you're ranking compared to 1 month, 1 week, 6 months, whatever it is. You can play around with this and figure it out. So once you play around with that, you can scroll down and you can see a keyword or search term and where you're ranking as of the date the report was, or as of the date that you have on the left-hand side of this comparison chart, and then the change from the date of the right-hand side of the comparison chart. So from May 12th to September 12th, we've stayed in the #1 position for search engine marketing Victoria. In Google Mobile, we're not ranking in Yahoo, and we're ranking 5th in Bing. So this is kind of a neat way to again see where you're ranking in comparison. Now if we were to scroll down a little bit, I'll explain what the 1A and then the local means, and what the 4 and organic means. So 1A and local means that there's Google My Business results within the organic search results, and 1A would be we are in the #1 position. If you were in 2, you'd see a B beside it. If you were in 3, you'd see a C. Now the organic, #4, that is actually the first organic result after the top 3 Google My Business results. However, for the sake of this software, it says that you were also in the 4th position, which is the first organic. Now the neat thing when we're clicking over or scrolling over these numbers is we can click on and see rank #1, page #1, last rank #1, what website it is, and we can see screenshots of the actual search results. So one thing that I haven't clarified is that these search ranking reports run from a specific city and an IP address in that city. So this is only going to work for local SEO as you're tracking your SEO efforts from a specific city. So when you're tracking these search terms, it's going to track the search terms from a city IP address that you let us know what city you're in. So when we can click on that screenshot, we can see, okay, there's a search term Victoria SEO. We've got 2 ads at the top, and then we've got 1, the Google My Business, which position we're in. We've got 2, 3, and then we've got position #4, which is organic. So clicking on the screenshot is just a nice way to verify exactly what position you are in and making sure that these reports are actually legit. Now I know some people will do searches from their computer. These searches are taken from an incognito browser within Google, if you're doing the Google searches, and the same thing with Bing, to give you a better representation of the search results. I won't get too much into it, but if you are searching from a Google account that you're signed into, it'll take into account your history and start to display websites that you visit frequently above others. So if you're constantly checking your website all the time and you type in your product or service in your city, what's probably going to happen is you're going to see your website show up higher than it actually is for people who haven't visited your website or know who you are. So again, these reports are run from an incognito browser. So I'll save the time and I won't go through the rest of these search rankings for specific keywords and search terms, but I will go up to then one of the second tabs, which is the tracker chart. So the tracker chart gives you a full detailed view of a specific keyword and a nice little line chart to see where you're ranking within specific search terms. So with with Yahoo here in the purple, we can see we've been bouncing around a little bit. Like we've been off the rankings and then the 51st and beyond spot, and then we bounce back up. Now if you wanted to see just specifically where you were with one search engine, you can see and you can click off the others. So within Google, for the search term SEO Victoria BC, we were ranking 1 on April 12th, 1 on May 12th, and on down the list. And you can see as of today we're actually ranking in 2nd, so we've dropped down 1 spot. Now below this you can see just for us it's a monthly time period, but for you it'll be weekly, where you are ranking on certain dates. So this is a visual way to see this. This is a nice little actual detailed way in a sense that you can get an idea again of where you've been ranking over the course of a time period. Now the last one is aggregate ranking chart. I don't look at this too much because it's pretty similar to the rankings bar, but you get the idea that you can see what exactly the colors are. Now obviously we'd want to have this all dark green and maybe some light green in the bottom, but that's just the way that we're working out right now. And below you can see we've got the dates and how many search terms you were ranking in the #1 spot for, how many in the 2 to 5 spot, how many in the 6 to 10 spot, how many in the 11 to 20 spot, and on down the list. So that's the search rankings part, and this is generally the one that everybody really wants to see because this is the organic search results. Going back to the city part, you're going to see the city over here. So that's the location and the IP address we've used is our city, Victoria, and our province, BC. Now the next tab or icon we're going to go to is we're going to click on Google My Business. So now the Google My Business rankings takes the Google Maps, which the Google Maps results are injected into the organic search results if there are enough searches. So the Google Maps searches are for Google My Business pages. When you click on this, what you're going to see again up here on the top is when your report was last generated. You're going to see your business details. So this information is taken from your Google My Business page. So you're going to see your name, address, phone number. We don't have our address showing because we are technically a service-based business. I operate out of my home and prefer to meet my clients at their locations or in coffee shops, but your address would show up here if you are a business where people come in and see you. And you can confirm your business hours are correct. And if you saw something wrong here, you could obviously just go in and log into your Google My Business account and update that listing. So the first thing I want to show you is the insights. Now, for us to get access to your insights, we're going to have to take management of your page for a day and then connect it to our dashboard in the back end so that we can pull in the information. So we'll send you instructions in our initial email on how to do this and how to accept our management request. But being able to see your insights is quite nice. So this is just, again, to save you from logging into your Google My Business account or waiting for the email, which usually comes about 3 weeks after the end of the month, to see exactly how many people have visited your website, how many people have requested directions to your business, and how many people have picked up the phone and called you or pressed that call button on your Google My Business page. So the first thing we're going to see is discovery and direct. So direct means that's how many people have searched your business or brand name and made an action. And then this is how many people have come across your business Google My Business page by searching your product or service. And again, you can change your time frame here. So I've got 6 months selected. And you can see where customers view your business on Google. Views in search, which is the Google organic search results, and then views in maps. So this is kind of a neat way to see if people are searching from a Google map or if they're actually searching from the organic search results. Now you can see 89 people have visited our website, 0 have requested directions, which we're completely fine with because we don't have our directions listed, and 5 people have called us in the last 6 months. Well, that's again, people have clicked on the actual call button. So that's the insights. Reviews, I won't get into because we're going to have a talk about the reviews and ratings. Duplicates, if you had any duplicate Google My Business listings, it would show up here. Your NAP comparison, this is what we've supplied and this is what your Google listing says. Now our zip and postal code does not display on our Google listing because again, we are a service-based business technically. So that doesn't show up there. Now other ranking factors, is your phone number on your website? Is your city name, state, and address on your landing page? Yes or no? Now up on the top, we're going to go back to these tabs, and these are the 5 search terms that we're going to be able to track for you. So if I click on SEO Victoria, I see top 10 results for SEO Victoria. And if I actually scroll over SEO Victoria and click on it, I'm taken to the Google Maps search results, which show that yes, my business is ranking in first. So again, this is just a nice way for you to confirm where you're ranking for specific search terms. Now, the neat thing is that you can, in this area, in this dashboard view, see what your competitors are doing in terms of their citations, what their website looks like, in terms of backlinks, the authority of their website, how many reviews their Google My Business page has, as well as the average ratings. So we can see that Meaningful Marketing has 112 citations. We've got 42 of the top citations down. Our authority overall out of 100 is 56. We've got 320 links pointing to our back site. One disclaimer about the software and tracking backlinks. It's not quite as valuable as a lot of the other backlink checking software programs out there. We find that this particular software finds about 30 to 35% of the actual links. So don't be alarmed if it says you only have 20 links. You're going to have way more than that. Unfortunately, the software just isn't that strong in crawling and finding backlinks to your site. But you can get an idea of just how many you have out there as opposed to your competitors. Website authority, it gives your grade, gives your website a grade out of 100. So maybe if there's some work that you need to do on your website, whether it's the content on the site or whether you need to build up some backlinks off it, you can see just exactly what's going on with your site as opposed to your competitors. And obviously the reviews is nice to see. So if there's one competitor that you were always trying to figure out how they were ranking somewhere, this would be the spot where you'd be able to see how many citations they have and a few other factors to get a better idea of just exactly why somebody's ranking above you. So I won't waste the time and go into the other 4 search terms. It's going to look exactly the same. I've talked a little bit about business listings or business citations. So let's show you what the citations report looks like. So again, once you sign up, you will submit your business information. We will then interject that into your report and then run it for you. And we'll come back with a report that looks like this. So the first bar when you get the citations shows you the top citations. So we have 17 of the top citations. Now this list, I believe it is 25 to 30 top citations in Canada. The citations in the United States will look a little bit different, but you'll be able to see again which directories you're listed in and then how your business is listed in those directories. So you can see your business name, address, postal code, and phone number. So this gives you again just an idea of how many of your citations are correct and how many have errors, and then if the ones have errors, you need to get rid of them. Another disclaimer with the software, it picks up about 80 to 85% of your citations. So if you do think you have more citations, let us know and we can manually add those in. And if you notice that, for example, there's a citation for a company that you don't have, just email us as well and we'll get those removed. We'll obviously try our best to go through this and delete any ones that aren't yours, but sometimes we may miss them. But again, this is just a nice way for you to get an idea of how your business looks across the web from the standpoint of having your name, address, and phone number correct. That is one of the key ranking factors to the Google My Business results. A couple other tabs you can look at is all of your active citations. So it says we have 46 citations. If we wanted to see an actual citation, we can sort by the citation authority. So obviously Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, those are the most important ones, and on down the list. So if we wanted to see what our Manta listing looks like, we can click on Manta and we'll see our business name, the city, as well as the contact information here. Oh, so I'm using ad blocker. They're not going to allow me to see that. How about if we went to Yelp? Yeah, let's click on Yelp. So we can click on our actual Yelp listing and see the listing itself. And obviously, if anything needs to be changed, you can update it if you've claimed that listing. If not, you're going to have to send out a request. So that's an important factor to having higher Google My Business rankings is clean and consistent NAP details for your business. Another cool feature is to show what your potential citations looks like. So you can see, some of the sites that you might not be listed in. And actually, to go back a step to the Google My Business results, I did forget to show you more of a competitor analysis in terms of the business directories that they are actually listed in. So when we go back to the Google My Business results and we click on a specific search term, if we scroll down, we can see where we're listed and where our competitors are listed. So if you notice that there's a few directories that your competitors are listed in that you're not, you can identify that by scrolling down here and seeing what's going on. So a few of our competitors are listed in some pretty unique directories that we haven't picked up on, but again, if you weren't listed in there, we could go out and list them for you, or you could do it on your own. But it's just a nice way to get an idea of where your competitors are listed exactly. So this is a nice competitive analysis tool. So the last thing I'm going to show you is the reviews and ratings section. So the software will track down your business and how the ratings and reviews look like on the top 10 review sites for your country. So our review sites in Canada will differ from those in the United States. So for our business, Meaningful Marketing, we'll see the first tab, the summary. We can see all of our reviews and any of the latest reviews. And if we had to see the full review to respond to it, we could click on it. Click on See Full Review. We're going to be taken to another page, and then we're going to be able to see the full review. And if we wanted to respond to it, we could. We could click on that link. It would take us directly to the spot we have to, where we see the review, and we can respond if we haven't. Now we've responded to Christina's already, so that's good to see. Going back to the summary page, it will just show all of your reviews on all the different sites. Now for us, our focus is the Google reviews, which you can see we've got quite a few of. If you click on reviews by site, you can then start to hone in and see which sites you have the most reviews on. So we've got 41 on Google, we've got 1 on Can Pages, and 1 on Yellow Pages, and 1 on Yelp. Now, if we had the time, we would go out and try to actively push to get more reviews on Yelp and Yellow Pages. But right now, with client work, we're just filled up. However, it's good to balance how many reviews. You don't all want to have them on Google Local. You want to try to get some on Facebook. You want to try to get some on Yellow Pages. You want to try to get some on Yelp as best you can, so that you are diversifying your reviews as much as you can. If you wanted to then click on the full reviews for all those sites, you can right here. You can click on Read Reviews, and you can see the full review. And again, if you want to read respond, another nice option is you're going to be able to access the other sites where your review's on and see where they are. And the last thing, which I don't look too much at, is just the overall reviews. So we've got 4 1-star reviews. I'm not going to get into those because I believe a couple of them are fake. However, again, you can see just exactly all of your reviews based on ratings. So that is the dashboard. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope I've gone into good enough detail for you to understand and to see the value in this. If you have any questions, below this video at the bottom of the page, you will see a contact form. Just submit that form and contact me with your question, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But again, I think you will see the value in this, just to track your local SEO efforts and to see what's going on, and to be able, more importantly, to see it all in one place. So again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. But I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video.